Alright, what is up, worldwide family? Welcome back to the channel, Jimmy Flipping Deals. Back at it again. Lots of developments over the last 24 hours. Thanks for joining the channel. If y'all are new, I am a part-time reseller. Feels like a full-time job, but it holds down a full-time job. And we're getting it one more day, right? Today is Monday, so happy Monday. Can't have any packages flying out of here. Anyways, long story short, I would have had a near impossible amount of packages coming through the weekend, and I've been facing this coming up for a long time. Matter of fact, about 6 months ago, I bought these two big job site work boxes, 60 inch by 2 foot, about 2 foot tall, and I think they're 2 foot tall, right around there. Long story short, I bought those about 6 months ago, and they've been sitting in the yard. They've always been designed in my head, or intended rather, to be parcel boxes. Now, originally I had envisioned them to stand straight up and to relieve some of this workload of picking everything, making sure there's room in the car or truck or whatever, and getting all the packages into the car or truck to make the drop. And you know, it is a lot. Like last year I had the whole back of my dad's pickup full, like overflowing full of boxes. Anyway, so making the run is a chore, yet I didn't have anywhere secure really to put all of these multiple packages outside of my house. So there came in the parcel boxes. Like I said, had envisioned, sorry about the window noise, I had envisioned for them to be vertical, like a regular parcel box, two of them together, make two doors, like a French door, two sets, right? Anyway, they sat in the yard for 6 months while I tried to figure out a frame, how to mount it, yada, yada, yada. When those job site toolboxes have mounting holes on the bottom of their feet to lay flat, you know, and they're designed to lay flat. Now, the design of them, I think, would lend itself to the vertical orientation as well. However, I was overcomplicating that design in my mind. I couldn't figure out the particulars. I had somebody that was gonna weld it, and we never could seem to mix. I'm too cheap necessarily to go to a welder and say, all right, here's my design, which ultimately is probably what I need to do and what I may do at a later time. However, I realized I was overcomplicating things, as I know I often do, as people often do. So over the last few days, I've decided to simplify it, and I just installed them. I anchored them into my house yesterday, into I have a secondary drive outside of the compound fence line, right? And I say compound, I'm really just trying to describe how my house is. You know, it's not a big house, it's a very conservative house, but we have a fence all the way around the driveway and the property, so it feels sort of like a compound, right? And just outside of the compound, if you will, is a concrete slab that probably goes 4 car lengths that rides beside the fence. So in that area, I did anchor 2 boxes. I had approximately today 25-ish packages, and included in that are 3 very large ones. Because of that, and I was able to schedule a pickup. For those that have stayed with me, they know I've been working on this. I was able to schedule a pickup yesterday and drop all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the packages off in the box. And the boxes would have fit, but what I decided to do on this first arrangement was only schedule a post office pickup, and she was able to take every bit of post office shipment that I had, and I'm just running UPS up to my normal drop. And that allowed me not to have to clear out half of the car in order to get today's packages out of there. I did already take almost 2 totes out of the car in the last 24 hours, so that is a beautiful thing. And well over 2 totes is going out. So business is, for a one-man show, business is moving, guys. Right now, and there's other stories for today, but right now I'm trying to figure out how to make the pulling of my orders faster so I personally can do more. And I heard something the other day that has resonated with me long term, which, you know, is you've got to kill the hustler to allow the CEO to appear. You know, and I'm not there yet, and I get it. And what that was talking about, in all honesty, is, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, such as me, and a lot of people that watch me. Hi, Mom. But other than Mom, you know, a lot of people I think that watch me do the same thing I do. So as business owners, you know, we as entrepreneurs, we start out as hustlers. You know, we're working hard, we're pushing hard. We are the ones that's doing it. It's a one-man operation, right? You know, that's how it starts, and then, you know, maybe family or whatnot. But here's the deal, you know, that hustler, the one that started it, never becomes CEO. He doesn't. At some point, you've got to kill the hustler to become CEO. So I am focused on that, but on the short-term future, I'm looking how to scale a one-man operation into a faster turning beast, and that'll just dial in the processes for the next people that'll take over the position I'm currently working. Give me just a sec, I'll drop the packages. All right, back at it. So, you know, with the first thought process in play, I have to first optimize this one and get every bit of money I can from the one-man operation, the hustler side of things, to dial in the processes for the second. Now, I have made great headway over the last couple months, just adding some shelves to the existing operation. That way, I'm not juggling totes as much. I'm still doing it on one side of the house, but all of about 2/3 of the house is now shelves of one form or another. Some that I already had, and then some that I just got. Oh, just let me on through. Yeah, we're gonna make it. At any rate, so that has helped. That has speeded things up. You know, it used to be I had totes stacked 5 high, and if I need some on the bottom on tote 1, I had to remove totes 2, 3, 4, and 5 in order to get to it. And even within the shelves, that kind of happens because I'll pull a tote, I'll set it down on the ground. It's a little low, so the next one that I pull for the next order, I set it on top. And I keep one stack that way now. So it's there's still some juggling there. It has speeded up things quite a bit. But from the beginning, I've been looking at shelves and then drawers. Drawers on those shelves, you know, turning the shelving units basically into a cabinet, if you will, where all of the totes pull. That way there's no time stacking. You know, now there is shuffling a ladder around, which I'm not sure. I think ultimately it's still a win to move the ladder around instead of jump through the totes, you know. I don't know, we'll have to see. Maybe it might be a fair trade on some of them. Overall, I think it's faster. So ultimately, that's where I'm headed. I still do need more shelves in order to control the other third of the store. Plus, the store's getting much bigger. There's another third of the store, if you will, that I'm not even counting because it's just catalog totes or uncatalogued merchandise, but sitting in totes. And that doesn't move because it's uncatalogued. So ultimately, there's more shelves there. But by allowing myself the ability to pull faster definitely increase the profitability of this one-man show as it transitions from a one-man show to possibly a one-man show with somebody that comes in part-time to help pull orders and whatnot. I'm not sure exactly what that job description or the roles and routines of that look like in its entirety yet, but that's definitely something in the future. I got home yesterday, I got the boxes done. I'm scheduled to be at work at 9 a.m. And I didn't even get the boxes done, sorry about the seatbelt noise, till after 10. When I realized I had the 15 packages that were going out yesterday. I hadn't even done those at 10:15 last night. So I hit my boss up at work and asked if I'd come in for the late shift instead, that it'd just benefit me if I had the extra time, I could use it. She said sure, that was fine, which is cool. So I am coming in for the evening shift. But anyway, I ran to Walmart just to get food because I was hungry at 10:15 last night. And I'm running in there. Actually, I got in there with 10 minutes to 13 minutes or something to close, and my one mission was to run in, grab food, get out of there. And as I'm running to get food, I see the yellow clearance stickers on some stuff. And by the time I got my food, I've also got hands full. I didn't even take a card. I really was shopping by accident, but I did get quite a bit yesterday. Within just a few minutes. Like I said, I hit the store with 13 minutes plus I had to get food, and I got out of there a few minutes before close with arms full of stuff. So I think I had 7 or 8 bags by the time it was all over with. Came home, knocked out the packages, and about 5 o'clock this morning I finally laid down and got a solid right at 6 hours sleep. So that's more sleep than I've had in a while. I've yet to have any caffeine for the day, but I'm going to knock that out. So the parcel boxes finally happened. After 6 months, it became a reality. I do think eventually I didn't get them in quite right because of me and because of the angle of the concrete. It was not not exactly the best it could have been, but it's functional. It'll keep them there for honest people, and the dishonest people would have taken them regardless. So no matter what I do, there's going to be an element that could and would get them if they wanted to. So I do believe I've secured them well enough for honest people not to run off with them. But either way, so that is going to save loads and loads of time. And ultimately, as I speed up and have more UPS shipments on a regular basis, like more in a day, quantity-wise, I want to start scheduling UPS pickups as well. That way I can stop that drop that I do and just have a straight shot to work. I think that, I know that will save me an hour a week at least. Not only that, but the work that's involved with all the transfer and whatnot. Now, I do know that as business speeds up, these 2 boxes will not be enough. I mean, these 2 boxes already just about occupy my 4-foot by 8-foot trailer. I think, anyway, it's 4 foot by 6 foot is where these actually occupy, 4 foot by 6 foot by 2 foot. So they are a massive deal, but they're not going to be enough. I've already seen in the Christmas holidays last year that they wouldn't have been enough, and this year is going to be much bigger. But I think between the addition of the boxes at home, that I can continue as it gets busier, running my stuff up as if I was doing it last year. But the relief of that the parcel boxes bring will allow me to continue to do this deal in one trip on the way to work, which is huge. I mean, I am at the moment, I talked about the world would have to stop for Jamestown, which is my website, by the way, jamestown.trading.com. The world would have to stop for me not to hit 6 figures revenue this year. And actually, I'm now looking towards probably 150. But in my head at the moment is, how do I go from 150, which is on the verge of a reality, to 250? What does that look like? Other than that, guys, I'm at work. I got to go. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye.